we've talked some about how you really do value your job. I mean, there's pros that you've mentioned to continue using marijuana, the relief of pain and tension and so forth. But you actually expressed a lot about your job and how much you value your job, and you recognize that continued use in a negative drug screen will cause you to lose that. I'm kind of curious with that. We kind of go through when we're making changes, and you've kind of expressed maybe perhaps wanting to make a change here so that you don't lose your job in your house. Is that we tend to go through stages, and I've got kind of a wheel of change here just to look at, but we can kind of start off in a pre-contemplative where we're just not even thinking about it. And then we can move to contemplation to where, okay, maybe I'm giving this some thought. And then preparation where we're actually starting to make some plans to make the change. And then there's action where we're actually changing, and then maintenance. And there can be relapse. That can be a part of any type of change we try to make. Where would you say you are, just kind of within that spectrum? And I know I just gave you a lot, but contemplation, preparation.
I think the preparation more.
Okay. So keeping your job and keeping your house is something that means enough to you to do that. Okay, so that seems to be the goal, and you like what you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Where, in terms of readiness to make that change, scale of 1 to 10, we're going to look at this readiness ruler. Where would you put yourself? 10 being I'm absolutely ready, 1 being I'm thinking about it, but I don't know where to go, or
I think I'm either like a 7 or 8.
Okay. And why didn't you say a 6?
Well, I do know if I don't change, I'm screwed. So I do agree with that, but I know that I need to change, and I kind of want to change.
Okay.
But I still feel like it's a little difficult.
I hear you. Okay. But you march yourself higher because I heard you say, hey, I know I need to change and I want to change. What might push it up a point higher? What might push it to an 8 or 9?
Maybe working out ways to find, to not have to take pot.
Okay. So to find some other mechanisms by which you can maybe cope in ways that the marijuana was helping you. Okay.
Because I think that's what's too hard with it.
It's just I don't know how to cope at this point. I'm curious about maybe in the past, has anything worked other than using marijuana? Has anything ever worked for you?
I did this deep breathing stuff when I was younger, and that kind of helped out with some things, but it's been a while since that. And talk to friends, but I don't really have too many friends now. So
okay. So some breathing exercises, some social relationships, those are things that have helped in the past. Deal with stress, deal with pain, and so forth without marijuana.
Yeah.
Okay. So that sounds like something we can work on. Let me ask you again, maybe it's in a slightly different way, but how important is this? We're looking to the importance ruler. How important on a scale of 1 to 10 of making this change?
I'd say it's on 9 or even a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your confidence, same scale, your confidence in the ability to make that change?
I'd put about a 7 because I want to make the change and I feel like I can. I just know I need to work on a few things.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And my guess is that we could push that up more by giving you some coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I'm hearing from you is that there truly is a desire to change, and you feel confident in your ability. So I think that's a real strength that you have, and it's one thing that's going to help us move forward.